Hello, everybody. Today in the world of crypto, what I want to talk about. So you guys seem to like these videos when anyone does this. Best coins I think that we should buy or things that are good buys right now. One, let me narrow this focus down a little bit, shall I? So one, I'm going to look at micro caps, or at least small market caps. Everyone has their own definition of what's a large cap, micro cap, all this stuff. I'm looking at things that are all right now under 250 million market cap. So some of these coins I own, some of them I don't. They're all ones I'm familiar with because I'm not just going to throw random shit at you guys. Other things I'm not going to do is these are not these super DJing coins that are, 1 million market cap, couple 100,000. That's going to go up and down if somebody sneezes too hard. All right. These are all coins that I personally think are good. I own some of these. I have owned some of these for trading, and they're ones that I've all researched and I know about. So let's kind of get into here. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you are not new to the channel, still welcome. Either way, I hope by the end of this video you find this interesting enough or useful. That'd be great too. That you feel like subscribing down below. Feel free to click the little like button and ring the little ding thing so you get notified. But this might be a slightly longer video today. I'm not sure. So I kind of want to just jump into this right now. And so the first coin that I want to talk about today, actually, I don't think I've talked about this one before. This is actually meme coin. So I did tell you I'm going to talk about a variety of them. We got some meme coin, one or two dexes. We got some base crypto plays, a gaming play. So these are smaller market caps, which means they are going to be a little bit more volatile, but also means that they've got more room to grow as the bull run comes into play. And I think they're all going to do fine. Otherwise, why the hell would I be here talking about them today? So let's kind of jump into the first one. I think I have it up on CoinMarketCap. I do. So let's switch over to this. I probably just jumped it. Here we go. So this first one is a kind of meme, right? So this is DGen. So right now I put up the day chart, week chart. Don't know when you guys are watching this now. Today I'm recording it on the 14th. So not about 6 days before President-elect Trump comes into office and inaugurated, just as a timeline how we see things right now. Because a lot of crypto look like this wonderful little ski slope coming downward over the week chart, the month chart. Yeah, I'm not too surprised. It's looking similar. We got a little dash of green. Hey guys, you can always go back. It looks much better when you zoom out. So DGen, now I just showed you this fancy little chart. What the heck am I telling you? So this is used to be meme. What does that mean? It was a meme initially. Now it's used as a gas token for the DGen system. So it's really a community token. There is a new social media platform called Farcaster, and they use this DGen coin as gas fees. So when they're sending things to and fro, not a big deal. But the name kind of gets me, right? So all indications here. Sorry. So the name does kind of get me a little bit. If you've been in this space for honestly just a couple of months, you might have heard the term degens or degenerate. Actually, I think I said at the beginning of the video. Record back. Let's see if I did. So it sticks out for those who have been in crypto. Names really matter, especially when it comes to memes or partial memes like this one. So this doesn't have a huge utility, but it is being used. So if you're not sure what gas fees are, if you are newer to crypto in general, gas fees are kind of, think of as like a small tax, right? Every crypto platform has slightly different gas fee structures of how much it's going to charge you to transfer, trade, etc. Ethereum is known to be quite freaking high, which is why Ethereum is so expensive to buy, sell, and trade on. Why there's so many of these things called layer 2s that go on Ethereum, and it decreases the gas rate to make it where it's actually worthwhile for you to do something on the damn network. So that's what DGen does. It helps pay for transactions that come to it from what I gather, mostly towards those that are on this social media platform of Warcaster. So where's this coin going to go? In all reality, almost everything here is guesses, right? So if you guys weren't aware, I'm letting you guys know now. If you weren't aware, all things are guesses when it comes to price predictions. But I've got one for you. Do not hold these especially these meme ones, in too much of a high regard. Do your own research, see if it's worthwhile for you. But right now, it's just under a penny at $130 million market cap. I can see that right here. They have essentially all their tokens out, full dilution, which is wonderful. So my average on this one's actually a little higher than we're at right now. This is one that I'm in the red slightly for. And just so you guys are aware, if you guys are in the red of any tokens right now, quick look to see why are you in the red. Meaning if it's something you bought recently or back in April at the top, that makes sense. Okay. That is okay in my mind. Like, I don't mind that I'm down low on this one. I'd rather not be in the red. But I bought it relatively recently, and then we have a little bit of the dip that we're in right now, the pre-election or pre-inauguration crypto jitters. All right, there's reasons for it. We'll get into that another time. So DJ I bought, I think I'm average. I know it's a little over a penny. I want to say it's 1.1 something pennies, but I'll tell you, I will be starting to sell at about a 4x. I'm going to start pulling this stuff out around the 4 penny mark. And if we end up looking at what is done on the year chart, in the more recent kind of boom, we hit over 2.5. And DGen has been in that 5.5 cents. I mean, the candle wick here, like it barely got up there and came back down, but it has floated a little bit closer to the 3.5 cent range for a little bit. And I think it's going to hit somewhere between 8 and 9 cents. So do realize this thing can go a lot higher than that. But when it comes to crypto, if you guys have heard me talk before, I'll say it again. I'd rather play it safe, right? I want to treat crypto just like I do sex. I'd rather pull out too early than too late. No one likes those surprises. So I'm going to go ahead and I guess, even though I said I will not give you a full prediction, I think it might candle look over 10 cents. It's going to be really hard for it to go past that simply because that's a mental block, right? For a lot of people in crypto. So be aware of the predictions that ends in the 5s or 0s because everyone's waiting for it to go there. And for it to hit 10 cents, roughly a 10x from now, is going to put it in the, just add a 0 into it. So about the 1.2 billion, which it certainly could statistically for a meme do that. But we're going to see where it goes. I'll start selling around the 4 cent marker so that way I can take out my initial investment. I'll probably keep it very basic and sell a quarter of my supply at a 4x, pull it out. My investment's clear. I cannot lose money at that point. And I don't actually have a tier structure for this one yet for me. Hello, Mr. Pickles. Crypto Kitty thinks he's going to go on the windowsill. I just heard him huff about it. I think he realized he's not. But it's okay. Isn't it okay? Oh, yeah. So this coin DGen, and I think all the coins I'm talking about today, you can find on Coinbase. So again, I am not supported, financially backed, or anything like Coinbase. Just at this point in the bull run, I think it's important to keep looking at crypto that everyone else can buy. And if it's on Coinbase and Binance specifically, there are some other pretty large ones, OKX, Uphold, Mexi. But these are the ones most people are on. So if you buy crypto that other people can find and buy, it's more likely to go up versus if you're looking at this coin, even if it's a great project, the CEOs are crypto gods, but it's only on 1 or 2 far cry, middle of bumfuck nowhere crypto exchanges. No one's going to buy it, right? So that stuff does matter to me because more eyes, more buys. So next one I want to talk about, I've certainly talked about before. Again, I own this one, full disclosure, Hashflow HFT. I really like this one. It's been a little disappointing of the retrace, which really just means it's a good time to jump in. Actually, I'll pull up the chart in a second. It might be close to my DCA range. I wasn't really looking to buy. I'm definitely not buying new positions at this point. Maybe later in the bull run, I'll do some trades after I make some profits. But it's getting close to my DCA zone where it might have actually passed. We'll find out momentarily where I'm willing to put in a little bit more to either slightly bring down the average. For that, it has to be less than I pay on average, or more so, how much am I willing to put into it, knowing the average will raise, but still think it's at a great price for me based on my goals and my entry point. But HFT Hashflow, what the heck is this thing? So this is a decentralized exchange, right? I've touched upon this before. I've done a couple of videos larger on this coin specifically. So if you want more information, go to those. And of course, do go and freaking research, people. So This is a DEX. It's a very cheap DEX, meaning that they kind of skip bridging, which we'll try to not get too nerdy on you guys here for a second. But when we do trades on decentralized exchanges where they can take coins and move them from Ethereum to Solana, to Hedera, to AVAX, Avalanche, etc., they're always going to charge fees, just like the gas fees. Well, for this one, the bridging, they kind of make an extra little step where they skip that. It makes things a lot cheaper. And there are a lot of people on this exchange, up to 700 million almost at this point. So people are using them. The more people are joining it, which is great to see, because as people use exchanges and the little fees that they get for every transaction, no matter what people buy, get excited there, Pickles? Hash flow will make a little bit of money from it. So the more money they make, the more people trade, better it is for those of us that buy into it. So hash flow is financially backed by Coinbase. That's a big freaking deal. Coinbase doesn't pick losers, really where it is. And I don't want to, any of these are, in my mind, super risky. I will tell you, if I remember, I think it's the last one talked about today, which will be the more risky one of all of them. But is what it is. This is the first bull run for this coin, which doesn't actually mean anything, but statistically speaking, coins did pretty damn well on their first attempt of a bull run. Really for no reason, because people like to chase the shiny red syndrome, shiny coin syndrome, whatever we want to call it today. So that's really the short of hash flow. It does have a decent dilution available. What does that mean? I mean, there's still a lot of coins that have to be released. They release coins every month. I think it's on the 6th, about 1.5% of their fully allocated coins until all of them are out. It makes no damn difference to me. But if we pull up CoinMarketCap, let's take a look at this monster. So we're at 90, we'll call it 90 million market cap. It is going down. So 18 cents. I might be buying more of this one. My average is just slightly under 14 cents. This bad boy already got up to about 30 cents earlier, so I fully expect we're going to see that shortly after the presidential-elect move. But the last month, just like a lot of altcoins, it's just been sometimes not as slow as others, coming on down, and it's kind of finding a steady home around 20 cents and recently dropped. But again, when we see things like red, pretty much the same thing on this 7-day, 1 day. All right, it's changing around. Ooh, we were at 16.5 about. So when we see red, if it's a good project, meaning not price action's good, God, but if the company is good, the CEOs are good, they're on good exchanges, the tokenomics make sense, it has a purpose, or it's just popular, has a cute little dog or cat on it, and you think it's going to buy. If price action goes down, that's a good thing if you have extra money to put into it, because that means you can buy more at a discount. All right. So I think this is actually a great price for hash flow. Side effects of looking at charts for you guys. So where are we at again? $90 million market cap. We're looking at about a little over 18 cents for each. So this one, we haven't shown you how many wallets do we have? This one might move the screen for a second, guys. So when I went ahead on CoinMarketCap and I clicked to see the holders, so we're at 14,288 holders. So that's around roughly the same. Last time I saw this, I knew it was also in the 14,000s. Again, that's nothing that really matters heavily, but I use it for certain things, right? If I see coins go down, but holders go down, which I've seen before, that means presumably a lot of larger whales and people with a lot of this crypto sold, but a lot more people are coming into smaller amounts. That's not a bad sign. It means more people are hearing about it. But say around that 14,000, I think it was in the 14.4s before. I can go back and look. But pulling up here again. So the charts, this is the most exciting chart. I mean, again, if you're looking for crypto for a new position, this to me is actually a pretty exciting chart on the monthly. Again, if you look back at the year, yeah, we had a good time back in April. Okay, I was right before April. All time, boom. So I think this is a great opportunity to buy, but I also like this coin. The CEOs have great connections involved with NASA of all freaking things. It tends to go pretty in line with Avalanche, the main layer one for that one. So I'm still sitting by what I've sat by on this one the entire time in previous videos. I think it's going to hit about 225 to 325. Do you realize when I say it's like in that candle wick that I showed to go straight up and right back down? That's where I mean. Realistically, more in the where can is it going to actually hold for a little bit to buy, sell, and get hope that this thing is going to go up further or not down to zero later down the road. I'm going to be mostly out of this thing around the $1.60, $1.80, but I'll keep a little bit in as a moon bag just in case I greatly underestimate it. So that way I can go ahead and have a little extra to go in from there. So that's Hashflow. It's a decentralized exchange. And so the next one I want to talk about is similar. It's actually a competitor of Hashflow. I've mentioned this one in passing, saying, hey, I like this one too. I just don't own it. So by the way, I like this one too. I just don't own it. And this is Pangolin PNG. So let's go ahead and pull up the market cap so you can do a little comparison on this one. So if we look up Hashflow here and we studied this one for the last couple of seconds, we'll pretend that we're experts on it. Let's look at Pangolin PNG. So this is another DEX play that for the most part connects to similar but different layer one exchanges than Hashflow does. This one has a little bit more in there with Hedera, and really that was the big one that I cared about with it, is for people who wanted it on the H bar play but didn't want to pay for H bar after you saw it jump up so many times. This was a pretty good one for it. So Pangolin PNG, again, market cap is actually smaller. This is something I want you guys to realize, right? Again, especially if you're a little new, I'm going to start directing this a little bit more towards you guys because we're all newbies to begin with. And I want your first experience to be net positive, right? So Pangolin PNG is more expensive per coin, but the market cap is smaller, right? Pangolin PNG is 30 cents. Hashflow was, we said, 18.2. Market cap of Hashflow was in the 80s. Market cap here is 66. These are very comparable coins, by the way, guys. In terms of their tokenomics and expectations of everything, I think they're both good. Everything I said about Hashflow, except for the fact that it's backed by Coinbase, I can say is true about Pangolin PNG. PNG is also a little bit more well-known, not for nothing. And again, crypto's a popularity contest, specifically in the bull run when we care about price action more than speculation of where it's going to go. Because we're here, guys. Trust me, it's time. If you haven't gone through a bull run before, haven't looked at the charts to study the flow of things, we are completely in one. Almost everything is going to go up at some point. Just make sure you have an idea of when you should get in and out, changes for each asset. So Pangolin PNG, and it's not too much different. It's a DEX. It helps buy, sell, and trade on different exchanges. This one hits a little bit more of the gaming and AIs like Flare and Near protocols, which is great. So you can own both of these if you wanted to, and they're going to do very similar things, but with different layer ones to boot to it. This does also have a stronger community than Hashflow. So I actually see this one even a slightly smaller market cap. I feel like Pangolin PNG is a slightly safer play, mostly just because more people's heard of it. More people talk about it on YouTube, Reddit, and Twitter. And again, that does matter when you're looking at a popularity contest. Who's heard of it? Who cares about it? That certainly matters, guys. So another thing with this one, Pangolin PNG, is it's something called a DAO, Decentralized Autonomous Organization. Essentially means no one's really behind the scenes running the entire thing. So it kind of just builds on its own with community infrastructure and everything. There's pros and cons to that one. Typically, it's harder to get on large central exchanges because there is no individual body behind things pushing it forward, but it's done pretty well on its own. Price prediction, I think this one's going to hit easily around $3.50 to about $5. I do think this one's going to go a little bit further than Hashflow, at least at its peak, but it's also starting 12 cents higher. So the multiples, it's going to come out to about the same multiples. Do math if you want. Also come up with your own price prediction. Research these things. Do not take fully my word for it. So that's Pangolin PNG. Next one, let's talk the Base ecosystem. Base ecosystem is essentially Coinbase's ecosystem. It's not fully, but yes, it kind of is. I want to talk about Moonwell. So Moonwell is the main, we'll call it the lending protocol for Base and Optimism ecosystems. Optimism is kind of like Base's little brother, little sister. I don't care. But it does a decentralized finance for both. So when people wanted to lend, do certain long or short trades, just need to get a loan out for the crypto trading, so to speak. Moonwell is what does it for Base, which again is wrapped around Coinbase's ecosystem. So it's pretty freaking good. It's very similar to what Optimism does. So just why Base matters, other than it being on Coinbase's main system, is there's some big names on the Base ecosystem that you might have heard of before, and Optimism as well, actually. So the Base ecosystem has Brett, which is one of the larger, we'll call it hedge memes at this point. It's got Airdrome Finance, another coin that I really like. I just doesn't fit into the microcap that I'm looking for today. Wormhole, MAGA, the Trump coin, Make America Great Again, Pancake Swap, Morpho, decent sized projects. And if those do well, Moonwell is doing well with them. And pretty much same thing with Aerodrome, Velodrome, a couple others I'm not going to talk about directly today. And Optimism, again, coins that Moonwell helps in the back end for funding for you guys to trade. Chainlink, Optimism, Velodrome. This got a good, I think Moonwell's going to do quite well. It's gaining in popularity, but I really think the Base ecosystem is going to be huge this round, guys. Coinbase is really pushing that shit out. So let's see what we got on here. Let's move forward. Let's get off of Pangolin PNG. Retire that Pangolin. Longest time I thought it was a penguin. Not even close. Moonwell. Here we go, guys. So Moonwell, let's look at the charts. So this one's also, okay, on the day it's up. I was going to say it's down. That makes me look dumb. So there we go. Again, you're going to see a pattern, guys. It's just that part of the cycle. In a full bull run, which we are in, people like to say, we're not in the bull run. Yeah, we are. Bull runs do not mean we just go freaking straight up. Bull runs are up, down the entire freaking time. They just tend to go up overall in a trajectory. So price points. Let's play with this, guys. So again, it's under 5 cents, 4.7 cents. Awesome. I do not own this one. I do have this. Okay, so I technically own this one. Quick little plug, I guess, guys, is I've got what I call my experimental profile, or for a friend, they gave me $1,000 and I put it into moderate to low risk plays. And this is one of them for them. I did a video on it. I would do another video, but anything's kind of going sideways at this moment. Got went up pretty well and then back down. So there's the update on that one. So I technically do own this one, but I own it for somebody else. None of here's financial advice. It's helping a friend. So Moonwell in this case, again, is going down. I think that's a great time to buy, presuming you like the project, you think it's a good company, which in this one, I personally do. Market cap, we're under that 150, so there's a lot of room to grow. I mean, geez, get this thing at a $1 billion market cap. We do math real quick, 3, 4, 6. We're looking at 20 cents already, and I'm pretty confident on that one. I'll tell you a little bit more momentarily where it's going to go. But again, this is a newer coin. Most of the Base ecosystem is newer. So the all-time was 22. So this is also the first real bull run for this coin. I see that as an overall pretty strong positive. Again, lending protocol. Did you come into this one? So the price prediction I got on this one, I think it's going to candle wick slightly around or just over that $1 mark. Realize that's a 20 freaking X from here. You're not going to get too many 20X plays that are actually based on utility and have a good backing like Coinbase at this point. I do think it's going to candle wick close to that dollar. Again, getting right over that dollar, I don't know, it's a 1 and O's. You're going to see it's going to be tough on that one. But 75 to 85 cents, I think it's going to be really safe in and out on this one, in my personal opinion. Go ahead, check it out. It's got a lot of room to grow, and it could certainly go higher than that. If you listen to other people's price predictions, by the way, because I have, right, you're going to realize for the most part, I'm pretty bearish. I'm more on the low end of things. I'd rather be safe. I'm always going to have extra in case I greatly underdo. It's like, oh, damn, I only got an 8X, which, again, I'll take an 8X all freaking day. It takes about 10 years to get a 2X on the stock market, right? But then I'll have a little bit left over of all the coins in case instead of the 8X, it continues to a 13X. Cool. I'll just make a little bit more from that. Be it safe, guys. do your best to make money in this. You would rather, at least I assume, so I guess I'll say I would rather look back like, I could have made more money. I got 8x overall my crypto in the 24, 25 bull run. I could have gotten 10x versus seeing it hit that 10x, 12x, 15x, but ride it all the way up, thinking it's going to keep going and write it down, and you end up selling at a 3x or less. And I want to put those thoughts out there for you guys, but protect yourselves on this stuff, okay? Next one. This is probably, in my opinion, the riskiest play. Yeah, I don't think it's super risky. I think it's going to do pretty well, but this one has burned a lot of people because they expected to do phenomenal earlier, and I know a lot of people have sold off this coin. This is a gaming coin. So gaming's expected to be a huge narrative in this bull run, but it hasn't really shown much of the peak yet, I'll be honest. I mean, you can find little spots where, oh, this gaming coin went up, this one went up. But as far as I know, most have also been in a secondary narrative like gaming and AI. But usually it splits the narratives a little bit. But we'll see where this one goes. And I'm talking about Illuvium. Illuvium, I was in this for a swing trade back. This had to have been April, May. When I look at the charts, I'll probably be able to see it and let you guys know for sure. But that sounds about right. This is a good trading coin around like kept going up and down between, I think it was around like $85 and like 110. So I did a lot of quick little short trades in that round. This was great. And then one time just didn't come back up. So this is the second bull run for this gaming coin. So something that's worth a damn to mention in this one is there's actually games out for this. I knew that might sound dumb to you at first, like you just said it's a gaming coin. Of course there's games for it. A lot of gaming coins don't have games yet, guys. A lot of these projects don't actually do anything yet. Not these ones I'm talking about today. I get picky about that. But a lot of crypto out there, they're all speculation. We're going to do this. We're going to get that. And they just haven't done anything yet. So Illuvium actually has a couple of games out. One's majorly in beta testing to be able to pretty much farm your own Illuvium tokens from playing the game. It's been a slow process. Like it was expected to come out a lot faster than it has, and that's kind of burned a few people emotionally or in their buttholes, and they just didn't want to hold on to it a lot longer. But I'm not looking for a long-term play. I'd be looking at what to do in the short term. So actually, let me pull this back, make sure you guys can see what I want to see. But Illuvium, now that hopefully you can see a wonderful little green chart. Looks great on the daily. And let's look how looks. Actually, that one's held a lot better than the others on the weekly. We had a good dip, and it went mostly back up to where it was. And monthly, that's what we're looking for. See these red discounts right for Christmas season and beyond. So this one had a much stronger backing. See, it was back here it was later in that one. It was March, April. Actually, it was around here where I got into it. Yep. All time, you can see some very positives. So this was the last cycle, guys. One, I'll sit here and tell you that not all coins are always going to break their all-time high, but it's exciting and a relatively positive thing. We look back and see at previous bull runs, it does well like this. Remember, we had in the thousands, and it sat here pretty comfortably in the 500s for a little while, 600s. And that was last time. There were less coins out at that point, which does make a difference. And this guy's floating just under that 200 million market cap. So again, a 5x from now, if we put it right at that billion, you're still talking $150. And if we come back to earlier in this year, we got close to it already this year. Actually, really close right there, off by 15 cents. Damn, guys. So Illuvium, check it out. There are games, and you can actually go ahead and play them right now. They're pretty easy to download. I've played two of them. One was a card game-like interface, very similar to, you guys play Gods, Unchained, or even more old school, though I don't know if I said old school, still out there with Magic the Gathering. Very similar concept to that. And then they have their third-person shooter that's, when it finally gets fully released, should be pretty freaking awesome. And people won't necessarily know they're using crypto. So Illuvium, where the heck do I think this guy's going to go? Right. Honestly, I think it's going to candlewick over the $800 mark. I know I just showed you charts where it was floating around sixes and it went over 1,200 last time. There are more coins. I'm not going to bet that's going to hit an all-time high on this run. Coins don't have to, especially when there's been more coins that are out to dilute the market cap a little bit. But I do think this one's going to do really well. There's a lot of other people who've talked about this coin, by the way. So I do think that when gaming starts hitting its time as the narrative of that whole spec starts going up, I think a lot of people are going to start talking about Illuvium again because a lot of people heard of it, a lot of people bought it before, and you can play a game to get a freaking crypto that's worth anywhere between $40 and the past 1,000 freaking dollars, right? I think it's going to candle like somewhere around the 800, 900. Again, no financial advice ever is given here, but I would probably, if I bought now, around what was we at around the $35 mark. We've already been at 150 this year. Again, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, but I'd probably be looking at getting out in pieces, like 10% of what I own out around the $180. Watch it just get a new high for the year. And then probably about every $50, arbitrarily speaking. Again, make your own freaking plan, guys. I'm just giving examples here. I'd probably pull out another 10% of it. And if I feel like it's stalwarting or something, I'd pull out more. But this one should do pretty well. And a lot of people are familiar with Illuvium, and it's got a very small coin supply, by the way. That's one more thing I want to point out in case you guys didn't get to see it, is there's only 8.75 million Illuvium. That is not a lot in the crypto world by any means. It's actually very freaking little. There is sort of good news with that, and there's also the caveat with that, which is the same side of the coin, is that volatility becomes more, well, there's more of it. When you have a smaller market cap and smaller coin supply, the amount of transaction coins being bought and sold makes a larger impact to the price action a lot freaking faster. So expect to be volatile. It'll probably go up really quick compared to a lot of other crypto, and the same thing was coming down. So have your sell limits, buy limits, everything set. Have your plan for it, because if you let emotions sweep you off, holy crap, you're going to go sailing in the sunset and back, and hopefully have some money afterwards. Illuvium, check it out, guys. Last but not least, let's throw out another little meme coin. Again, this one I do own. It's held well, and then it's gone down. It's a little less than what I paid for it, and I'm waiting to see how the mother project of Linea goes before I buy more of this one. But Foxy, it's a mascot coin. It's a meme, right? But they're calling it mascot or a culture coin because it is a mascot to a coin, a project that is they're technically released as a layer 2 on Ethereum, kind of exactly as described earlier, and it's also the mascot for MetaMask, the main hot wallet that most of us who've been in this space has heard of, and many of us use. I use MetaMask. It's a cute little fox. Okay, it's got good partnerships with it. The fact MetaMask has had a couple of airdrops of Foxy for people who just use MetaMask, at least in the UK and EU. Lucky guys here. Foxy, MetaMask, Linea has partnered up with, it was MasterCard, I believe, to make a debit card. Maybe it was Visa. Don't hold me to that one. I haven't gotten it yet because I'm here in the US. So if any of you guys have seen this Foxy card, Linea card, MetaMask card, let me know in the comments below if you have it, if you used it, if you like it. Because I've actually done the nerdy thing and reached out to them and say, hey, bring this to the US. And they said, hey, we hope to. And I'm just curious how it's gone for you guys if you've used it. Please let me know in the comments below. So Foxy, there's a couple reasons why I like it. First thing is, it's who do you know that knows who? Networking in the space is massive, guys. Again, it's backed by, supported by the mascot for a layer 2 Linea, which will have their own token soon. And we're expecting Foxy is going to be the reward token for the debit card. We'll find out on that one. But the person or the company Consensus that owns MetaMask and Linea was co-founded or founded by one of the co-founders of Ethereum. So he's got already shaken hands with everyone else with Ethereum, Bitcoin, Binance. This guy's connected as can be. This is a safe meme coin, air quotes, obviously, but I really like this one. I will be DCing into this one very soon, expected. Let's pull up the chart and talk a little bit briefly about why, and we'll get out of here soon. This is the last one. And thank you guys for sticking with me, assuming anyone's still listening to this one, with me so far today. So we pull up Foxy here on CoinMarketCap, and we are under a penny, everybody. 28 million market cap. So this thing is small. I'm ready to see this thing explode. So 7 day looks like all the other ones, doesn't it, guys? Month, it's almost peeked its head a little bit. Look at the year chart. Again, it's always go by the all-time high, right? So since it did a good job back here and pretty much after everything else did well, it's going to make it look a lot worse than it is. So take the red zone out of here, and it's mostly gone sideways. For the all chart should look very similar or identical. Yeah, so it's the beginning of time for them early this year. So again, this is a new coin. Again, that makes a difference. Shiny ball syndrome. There's 10 billion Foxy out there. Collect your mini Foxies, everybody. So let's get that chart away. Boop, boop. Here we go. It comes down to where do I think this thing's going to go? I think the buy sell range is going to be. So where I think it's going to go. I think it's going to top out somewhere around 30 to 50 cents. And again, realize if I am right, this thing's still at under a penny. So I'm sitting here telling you that I think this is going to 30x to 50x right now. Again, I think that's where it's going to gamble with. But where's it going to go to where I think it would be realistic to buy and sell, where there'll still be liquidity and everything for someone to get in and out? More realistically, I think around the 20, 25 cent range, which again, if I'm right, I will be thrilled about that at that time. So it's a meme coin, it's a culture coin, it's got a great backing. So if you realize one thing, hopefully realize a few things today. Actually, if you're still here and you haven't already subscribed, please do. It really does help out this channel. It's been going well. More eyes I see here, honestly, motivates me more to make videos and spend more time for you guys. I do enjoy this, but sometimes it's a little rough to sit up here. But I do appreciate everybody joining, liking, commenting. Please continue it. This has been a fun experience. So these are my coins, guys, are the coins that I'm looking at that are all in what I consider the microcap section. They got a lot of room to grow so far this bull run, and I'm expecting most of them too. So put down comments below. Do you have any of these coins? Do you agree or disagree with any of my price predictions? Is there other ones that you really like that you want me to talk about or look into? Wording on that one, guys. If I look into a coin, I think it is crap, I will tell you I think it's crap. For the most part, as long as it's got utility or a good backing or it's a meme that I'm like, well, that's dumb, like fart coin. But people are going to pay for farts. So, I mean, yeah, by the way, check out Fartcoin. I'm pretty sure it's way above the market cap on this one for this video. But let me know what you guys think. I do read the comments. I respond to, as far as I know, all of them. And I'll be here. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Peace.